WFG has 70,000 licenses strong. We have the best access to product partners for the consumer. Debt solutions across the board. Our base shop this week alone freed up over $500,000 of debt. This week, 500 grand of debt gone because of this company. See, we build leaders. We build senior brokers. We build executive brokers. We build CEOs. We develop 50K, 100K, 250K. We build multiple six-figure earners. We provide you the best training. We have the best online digital university of any company anywhere today. And we are guided by our 5 core values. And that means something to us. This will be the decade of dominance. We are in the middle of one of the biggest financial crises in the middle market in human history. And most families are hanging on by a thread. And I was naive enough to think 18 years ago that by now, Chad, or by now, Amber, we would have had the whole problem solved. I was going to be on a beach, sun tanning, making money, completely out of the game, totally retired at 42, right? Because that's what you do when you're broke and you think a lot of money is like retirement, right? When you're broke, you're like, when I'm making $1 million, I'll be retired. Well, that's why you're broke, because people that make that kind of money have purpose. They have more purpose, more money, more purpose. And it's only gotten worse in the last 18 years. It's an absolute disaster. The financial industry is a mess. And then you have our company. WFG has 70,000 licenses strong. We have the best access to product partners for the consumer. We could spend hours with you on the products and the services, living benefits, critical illness, disability, life insurance, segregated investments, security funds in the US, annuities, index ULs, index annuities, on and on and on, final expense insurance. We have it all. Debt solutions across the board. Our base shop this week alone freed up over $500,000 of debt. This week, 500 grand of debt gone because of this company. We have a backer in Aegon that is worth billions of dollars to weather every storm. I'm never worried that one day I'm going to log on to our online portal and it's like, sorry, out of business. I'm never worried that we're one recession away or one lawsuit away or one, God forbid, what do they call that COVID thing? That was a pandemic away from shutting down. We're not trying to be like everybody else. We have a vision to create a new industry. And on top of that, we have a business opportunity for all walks of life. We have a platform for all of us to build our dream with ownership of code. Ownership of code that you can either pass down when you die or it can be sold to somebody else. And there's some other things coming that I deleted from my talk because I don't represent Aegon. I can't speak about it, but there's been some other things that have been approved in the last week that you're going to find out about after Hawaii and coming Las Vegas convention that is going to be change the game financially for our families forever through this firm. And we got leaders like Rich Solly, been around over 40 years, and Ed Milet, WFG legend at the helm. And lastly, we got our team, the SCDT. The Slide Edge Dream Team, the number one team in the game, the leadership factory of this company, See, we build leaders. We build senior brokers. We build executive brokers. We build CEOs. We develop 50K, 100K, 250K. We build multiple six-figure earners. We provide you the best training. We develop the best trainers. We have the best online digital university of any company anywhere today. And we are guided by our 5 core values. And that means something to us. But most importantly, we're here to help you win. We're here to help you win because we believe, your leaders believe, that if we can help enough people get what they want, eventually, we're going to get what we want. Where do we start? We start by using our system. Write these 2 words down. System, progression. System, progression. We start by using the system progression. What did you hear from Brian Burrows, $200,000 earner? I'm obsessed with the system. Brian Burrows, obsessed with the system. Nabby, product of the system. Xander, product of the system. Trey, product of the system. Murph Radu, product of the system. These men and women are products of the system. You don't want to be an anomaly. You want to be a product of the system. See, the system progression is a tool. It's a tool to grow you from day one. It's a tool for you to climb the tracker, duplicate the progress, get obsessed with it. Get obsessed with it. I love what Brian said. I got each teammate labeled in between each one. This is not rocket science. Step one is running a tight startup, making sure that every teammate commits to the 7-day standard, never recruiting anybody that's not committed to getting their plan done, getting on 3 meetings, and getting it to licensing immediately. You should never compromise that. We have a standard here. If you can't adhere to standard number 1, the timing is not right for you to be a part of this team. Step 2, PLP 30. Almost every single one of your teammates should at least qualify 2 teammates, 2 sales, first 30 days every time. Pre-licensed and promoted. Pass your certs in Canada, get your chapter quizzes in the US, and 230. It's not rocket science. It's almost a 40% increase in pay. PLP 30 is step 2. Is it on the tip of your tongue? Do you talk about it in every meeting? Every meeting, do you drive it? Are you calling your teammates? Are you challenging them? Are you making calls with them? Are you tracking it? My goodness, is it being tracked? Because what you inspect, you expect. Or do you have a bunch of training associates running around your team right now that still aren't promoted? Let's go. Let's go. Right? Let's get some PLP 30s going here. Who's fired up for PLP 30? Number 3. Now you're going to get licensed. Ideally, you pass all your exams the first 60 days. As soon as you pass your exam, your field training begins, right? It's very simple. It's very simple. Once their paperwork is in, you book 10 appointments, work through step 3. Not 6 appointments, not 4, not 1.5. You complete 10. You complete 10. Step 4, we're going to be a net license. Net license means they make their first $1,000. How many licenses on your team have not made $1,000? You make a list, and every single day you go to work to knock one of those off the list. Do you know that there's a 90% retention for net license past 2 years? So if you have not earned $1,000 yet, go and set yourself up. And if you have teammates that haven't made $1,000, it's your responsibility as their upline to sit down with them, help them develop an inventory list, and watch them make calls. It's not their responsibility. It's not my kids' responsibility to raise themselves. These are newborn babies in your business. You guys put on the chat, what percentage of licenses in your team should get net licensed? 100%. 100%. Every single one should make $1,000. All right, number 5, then you become a certified field trainer. Certified field trainer is the premier spot in the hierarchy. In the Holbrook base shop, and I know there's other base shops that are going to start running the same program. I'll just speak for our base shop. Our base shop, the average certified field trainer is making between $5 and $8 grand a month, depending on their contract. The high is like high teens, 18, 19,000 a month, right? The low is, of course, low, right? I don't know what it would be, a couple thousand, three grand a month, okay? But you got to become a certified field trainer. I have no certified field trainers that are part-time. They're all full-time. But what do you think came first? Full-time or CFT? CFT. How are you going to get full-time if you can't train? How are you going to get full-time if you can't close? Every single one of my CFTs are full-time. I think we have 8 or 9 full-time CFTs. Because when you're a CFT, you make full-time money. When you're a CFT, you're on pace to get your $100,000 ring. There's no CFT that's running 8531 that's not on pace to make $100,000 as a marketing director, because the numbers speak for themselves. The certified field trainers using my system, our system progression, our material, which everybody on this call is, if you vary even an inch, I can't, there's nothing I can do for you. If you're following everything to a T, then I can tell you that as a CFT, you should be earning $5,000 to $8,000 a month, as long as you're doing the work. I don't know what Nabby's average CFT income is. It's probably the same. Number 6, now you become a marketing director. Now you get your junior broker contract. Go and get this done. Junior broker, right? You're getting paid what you're worth. You're on track to make 6 figures. Next step, you get your 50K watch, right? You saw all these marketing directors blow through their watch. Guess who's not getting their watches right now? Associates. Why? Because you want to be a marketing director, it's easier to get your watch. I talked to Moroni today. He goes, man, let's hit it. I'm like, yeah, let's hit it, bro. But hit it at MD. I texted Audrey Blatz. I said, hey, it's time to take that MD contract for a spin. Okay. Number 8, now you want to help develop a marketing director. And number 9, you want to get your $100,000 ring, of course, before you go SMD. And then, of course, simultaneous, either right before or right after. Your ring's going to come right before or right after, right? A lot of times now it's coming before if you've been running recruiting, but 100K. And then guess what? Right around the corner is SMD. And senior marketing director on the Slide Edge Dream Team is the greatest position in business today. Senior marketing director on the Slide Edge Dream Team is the greatest position in business today. It's where you get ownership. It's where you travel the world with us. It's where you make big time money. It's where you get control of your time. It's where you build influence on your team. It's where you get leveled up mentorship from big time mentors. It's where you get all the growth. It's amazing. SMD is life-changing. SMD absolutely flat out changed my life forever. Other than getting married and having 3 kids, becoming a senior marketing director with this company has been the greatest honor of my life. It's been the best thing that I ever did. It's been the biggest challenge, the biggest reward. It's the biggest asset that I've ever built my family. I built myself a cash machine because it just pays us every single month. Every month we help more people. Every month the impact goes up. Every month the cash flow goes up. Every month the reach goes up. I mean, my God, this is the damn goose that keeps laying the damn eggs. It's the gift that just keeps on giving. And every single one of you on this call is not only on the best team at the best time, but has the exact same opportunity as I did, except it's way better today than it's ever been. So I hope you're not distracted doing other stuff. I hope you're not buying your own BS. I hope you're not living in excuse world right now. I hope you're not like casually rolling into the office at like 1 p.m. I hope you're not like doing like 1 meeting a day. I hope you haven't, I hope you're not getting directs. My God. This is the shot, and we are in the window right now. We are in the window right now. So I'm going to leave you with 3 things. I want you to write these down. Number 1, you got to show up to everything with a plan. Man, it amazes me every call how many leaders show up late to calls like this, rolling in at 5:20, 5:30, 5:40. It's amazing, but it's not. Do you know that 90% of people can't show up on time with a game plan? 90% of people are late without a game plan. If you can show up, Ed always told me, if you can show up on time with your game plan in your hand, write this down. If you can show up on time with a game plan in your hand, you can beat 90% of your competitors. I just show up early for every call with a game plan in my hand. I don't show up late to calls. I show up on time with a game plan in my hand. So number 1 was show up to everything with a plan. Number 2 is you got to stay close to the fire. You got to stay close to the fire. How close are you with your leadership? Are you earning that time? Are you bringing them energy? Are you firing them up? Or is it them talking to you off life support every single day? But do you stay close to the fire? Do you build them up? Do you let them build you? Do you have a relationship, a 2-way relationship? And number 3, my last point is block out the noise. You guys, you got to block out the noise because you can never consider the possibility of failure. You know, I've done a lot of things, but I've never, ever, ever, ever thought about quitting. Never. Not seriously. I wondered if I could do it. I wondered how long it was going to take. I wondered if I was going to die in 2009. But I never thought about throwing in the towel. Because I was so scared that as soon as I had that thought that it would start to manifest. This was too important to me. This was too big of a deal. This is going to mean too much to my kids. There's a lot of noise out there in the world right now. There's a lot of distractions. And if you aren't willing to block out the noise, and if you aren't willing to suspend your disbelief and all the possibility of failure, if you don't stay close to the fire because you want to be the man or the woman and do it all yourself, and if you show up casually 2 minutes late to calls without a game plan, all I can do is pray for you, because we are in the golden era of this company, and we are going to absolutely throw this company on our back. We're not only going to become a 100 million point team in the next 4 years, but we're going to produce 300 senior marketing directors. We will have more senior marketing directors on this team than there are licensed agents on this call within 4 years. And you can quote me on that. So I love you guys. I hope you plan to be an SMD on this team. I hope you're a proud member of the SEDT. I hope you're fired up. I hope you're on social media. I hope you're utilizing it to spread the word. I hope your team is on it. I hope you're fired up to be a part of this journey. And this will be, I'm looking you right in the eye. I'm going to end on this. This will be the decade of dominance.